Hello everyone, Fizzledrix here with another Legends of Runeterra video, and we are doing what we always do on this channel, Champion Slot Machine. And with me today is my Twitch community as always. Right now it's just a chunk of wood, but who knows, some other people might show up. So we're going to do what we usually do. We're going to activate our slot bot. He's going to show us 2 regions and 2 champions, and then we're going to use that to build a deck in Legends of Runeterra. We're going to talk about the different strategies that could be built out of it. We're going to talk about the individual cards and what they do. And then we are going to playtest the deck in norms, and then we're going to move on to ranked and try to climb the ladder a little bit. I'm close to getting into diamond, so it would be nice if I could do so with a slot machine deck. We'll see. But without further ado, I'm excited to see what we get. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be part of the deck building process, find me on Twitch. I stream at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. All right. No, I'm in plat 1 with like 40 LP right now.
Answers, I have them.
I long for a worthy opponent.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. We have to build in a Fiora, all-in Fiora deck with Bandle City and Heimerdinger. All right, let's move over to Legends of Runeterra and talk about what these champions do and talk about strategies that we could build with them. Alrighty, now that we're in Runeterra, we're gonna talk about our champions, see what they do, and then we're gonna discuss strategy. So the first champion we have is Fiora, which is a 3-mana 3/2 with Challenger, and her level up condition is I've killed 2 enemies. Seems simple, but it's not easy to do. And then when she levels up, she gets +1/+1 like most other champions, and she has when I've killed 4 enemies and survived, you win the game. It's one of the few cards in the game that literally has the you win the game text. And her champion spell is a 4-mana burst speed spell that says give an ally +3/+0 and barrier this round. And Heimerdinger is a 5-mana Yordle from Bandle City and Piltover, who's a 2/4 that says when you cast a spell, creating a fleeting turret in hand equal to its cost, and it costs 0. If you've summoned 12+ power of tech allies, he levels up. I didn't realize it was tech allies. It's not turrets anymore. So you actually can play the other tech cards and level him. Interesting. And then his level up, he gets +1/+1 like most champions, but then he gives the turret that you create +1/+1. His champion spell is an 8-mana draw 3 at burst speed, and it reduces those costs by 1. And I'm not going to go over each one of the bots, but know that there is 1 for each power and equal to the cost of the spell cost. And they all have a keyword until you get to the last one at 8 mana, which is an 8/8. If you cast anything above 8 mana, you still always get the 8/8. And those are our 2 champions. So let's go ahead and discuss what we can do with them. All right, we're either double dipping win cons or ignoring Fiora. Yeah, we're either, or we might, we might just go all the way in on Fiora and maybe ignore Heimer. Maybe it's better literally to just build a Heimer deck that has Fiora in its random 3 times that doesn't belong. Are you allowed to optimize that way, or does it violate the spirit of the exercise? The only requirement is that all 3 copies of the champion must be in the deck. That is the only requirement. We cannot reduce any copies whatsoever. And there have been builds, like there was a build where I played Hecarim, and Hecarim was literally just like my win con, because I can't even remember the champ I built him with, but like, I'm not going to build the ephemeral deck, and Hecarim builds his own power. And so I ended up just building a different deck, and he ended up being the top end. So we could do something similar like that. Yeah, basically what dude just said, we'd rather have 3 dead cards than a Fiora deck. Use a Fiora to get excited or lol. Yeah, and honestly, it might be fine to just run like Fiora and then 1 copy of, since we're running Fiora, we could just like run copy of like, oh yeah, Unyielding Spirit. 8 mana fast, grant an ally can't die or take damage. This will work all right with Heimerdinger, and we could put like 1 copy in just to be fun with Fiora, but we don't have to commit to it. Use Fiora for get excited, lol. Fiora's my favorite champ in the game, and she's best as a discard fodder. It's very sad. Yeah, it might be the keyword. T-Hex keyword is chunky. That's right, yes. T-Hex keyword is big ass. If you want to have fun, you can go mostly in Fiora, and Heimer gives you bodies for the Fiora spells you cast. That was my original thought, is that you go a bit all in on Fiora, but my concern with it is I don't know that Bandle City really does a good job at doing that, because some of its like best cards at keeping itself alive are cards like Stress Defense, which is not going to kill a unit if you try to use it on your Fiora to defend it. And so you're basically relying on almost pure Demacia for defending Fiora, and I just don't think that it has enough. That's why Fiora is usually played with another region. If you get a yield if you get Unyielding Spirit on the Fiora, you get the T-Hex. Yeah. And I think like we could pop in an Unyielding Spirit easy, one of these, no matter what we build, just because it would be pretty funny on the Fiora if we actually got it to happen. Not because BC or Demacia are gonna really gonna keep that Fiora alive. Exactly. I don't think Bandle City or Demacia has enough to keep Fiora alive, so I don't think we can really build an all-in Fiora deck. So you're going to need 2 Fioras per game to level, and it's probably 6 units killed. Yeah, in my opinion, Fiora is a 3-mana removal spell that removes another unit with 3 toughness, unless I get an Unyielding Spirit, or in a random situation, Sharp Sight. Like, I think there might be situations where we level up Fiora by killing 2 enemies, and then that's it. Like, we actually don't even go for the win con because it's almost impossible. It sucks that when you level Fiora and she dies, it resets to 0-4. Yeah, but I think that's the best way to keep her balanced. She would be insane if she just like counted no matter what, like even new copies counted. That'd be ridiculous. I think she would honestly be too strong if that were the case. I think I want to run Chain Vest just because it'd be good on Fiora. It can be nice on Heimerdinger as well. And we're going to run 1 Unyielding Spirit. Chain Vest, by the way, is just a burst spell that gives an ally tough. And that's the extent of the amount I'm giving Fiora attention, with, of course, the exception of we're going to play Sharp Sight. So, like, there are going to be situations where Sharp Sight can help me block. But I'm not going to go all in on the Fiora win con. And if I don't, then what am I building, really? That's the question. If I'm not going in on the Fiora win con, then what am I building? Because Heimerdinger just wants you to play spells. He's not even really required to have a build. Fiora wants you to go all in on her, and Heimer's just like, honestly, I just want you to have spells. So, like, the more I think about it, the only thing that really makes sense is this, unless you just break away from the 2 champions altogether and just build a PNZ Demacia deck that happens to have these 2 champions. But I happen to think that that would break the spirit of the exercise, to just completely ignore the 2 champions that you were given and build something else that just has them. My only concern is the 2 regions aren't good at protecting units. So there's a bit of a conundrum there, and I think we're going to have to split the difference. It was insane a year ago. Now it'd honestly be kind of quaint. Maybe. We can reroll LOL. No, we can't. That is another rule. We don't just get to reroll. We have to try. Okay? Champion slot machine isn't meant to be easy. If it was easy, this deck would already exist. You gotta be along for the ride, my friend. And we'll do the single combat. Maybe like a 2 of. I don't even know if we're gonna be big enough to make great use of that. I really like the barrier dude. And I kind of like the, by barrier dude, I mean Brightstone Protector. 2 mana, 3/2, play, give an ally barrier this round. As well as Fleet Feather Tracker. I mean, this is just like a really nuts early game Demacia combo. Oh, why BC over PNZ? Oh, because Slot Machine told us. That's the point. That's the reason the first slot tells us the 2 regions we have to play. It was gonna, like, honestly, I had designed this champion slot machine idea back before Bandle City ever was created or was ever released. Back in like January, actually I think I can be more like March or April is when I had originally come up with the idea and created everything, but then my computer broke. And so I had to wait a few months until I could afford a computer before I could actually do it. And when we had the original concept, it was the first slot was the 2 regions and the next 2 slots were the 2 champions. And the only reason to even have the first slot was, first of all slot machines have 3 slots, so it has to be something. And it would tell us the second region if we got 2 champions from the same region. But then Bandle City came out and suddenly we're like, oh, that first slot means even more now because it will tell us what of the 2 regions we're going to play for one of the Yordles. So that region slider, that region slot, like, actually makes a big difference. We have a game to start here. We basically have our 1-drop. So basically we have our 1-drop, our Fleet Feather Tracker, a 2/1 that says whenever you summon another ally, grant a challenger. This is a pretty darn good 1-drop in almost any Demacia deck. And even better with the Bright Steel Protector, of course. This also, Bright Steel Protector can also help Fiora get a kill or two without dying. Sharp Sight is just amazing. You play it in every Demacia deck. 2 mana burst, give an ally +2/+2, and I can block elusives this round. And then single combat has an ally and an enemy strike each other. This is also pretty much a staple in every Demacia deck. You do have to have units with decent amount of power in order to get some actual value out of it. But I still think even without that, you're going to find some decent game states where this card gets value. Maybe stall Fiora and then hit with Judgment. Judgment's a decent idea, actually. It could even work with some of our robots. Plus concerteds, yeah. I think let's put in the 2 concerted strike. Well, you concerted once you'd have big units, and I guess we might if we have the robots. Especially with turrets that could wonky attack motherfuckers be like 7/1s. Yeah. Yeah, you could get some pretty powerful attack, and concerted could be pretty useful. So I'm kind of happy with having 2 of them in. I like having 1 of Judgment just in case it happens. I like having 1 of Ranger's Resolve is obvious. You're right. Judgment, by the way, those of you who don't know, is an 8 mana fast speed spell that has a battling ally, strikes all battling enemies. Yeah, I think Ranger's Resolve is really good, especially since we're running bots. It says give all allies tough this round, so if somebody's like a Twisted Fate drops and tries to red card our army of robots, we can play Ranger's Resolve and make him a really sad man. We're going to put 2 of those in as well. All right, so when we're in Bandle City, we should probably run Pokestick. 2 mana fast, do 1 to everything, anything, draw 1. Just solid, good card. Cataclysm might be okay, especially in context. They won't see it coming from a Heimer Fiora deck, lol. They're not going to see anything coming from this deck because they're not going to see this deck coming, period. Wish there's a good way to give Fiora quick attack. Okay, hear me out. Is this crazy? We play this guy. We buff his power, and we have him attack with Fiora so she could just quick attack pull people. How crazy is that idea? Doesn't work without buffs or captain. Yeah, I know. When you do get it off, like, you can only kill something with 3 toughness, right? Fiora still has to choose something of 3 or less toughness, and they can still buff it. Especially in the world of, like, faded units. I don't think it quite gets there, to be honest. But it was a fun idea. Maybe. What spells do we have? We have quite a bit of spells already. Maybe even Kelp Maidens over this deck is going to be weird, bricky, and slow. Turn it into a Shellfolk deck. We could run Shellfolk. I don't even have to add that many cards. Like, you can honestly keep the shell that's already here and still run the Shellfolk group. So we have Otterpuss, a 1 mana 1/1 with a tune, which means he gets some spell mana when he's summoned. And he also says when he's summoned, create Prank-A-Hand, which is a 1 mana focus speed spell. That says pick 1 of 2 non-champion cards in the enemy's hand or deck and prank it, which adds a random debuff to them, but the most important one is +2 cost. Then we could also run. We run him. We run Conchologist because every Bandle City deck should run Conchologist. It's just amazeballs. Conchologist is a 2 mana 2/2 that says play manifest a spell from your regions that costs 3 or less. Probably featured him more than like any other card on this channel. And then we're gonna put in some Shellfolk at the end. And Pathway is a 5 mana burst speed spell that's cost 2 less if you created 2+ cards this game, and it's draw 2. We're gonna definitely create 2+ cards this game. Not an issue. So I think this is a 2 of, like it is in most decks that play Bandle City. So what should our last 2 cards be? The Kelp Maidens? Should it be the Loping Telescope? But we don't have any 6 mana spells, which is really where the money is. Vanguard Sergeant. 3 mana 3/4 elite. When I'm summoned, create a 4 Demacia in hand, which is a 6 mana spell that gives all allies +3/+3 this round at slow speed. It could really help with our turrets being spread out. It's also a 6 mana spell for Heimerdinger, which will then create an elusive turret, which is pretty useful. Yeah, and as a chunk of wood is pointing out, the ones you really want to get are the 3 mana one because it has Fearsome, the 4 mana one because it has Overwhelm, and the 6 mana one because it has Elusive. And the 8 mana one just because an 8/8 is nuts. But 7 doesn't do you much good. 5 is meh. I mean, the quick attack's okay, but it's not great. And the other ones are just too small. You still use them, but they're not as good as the others. Vanguard is only good if that damage breaks through. Yeah, it's true. We're going to find that with a lot of stuff with this region combination. It's going to be hard to find things that get through. We're just going to have to beat them through value. Can we play Yordle Captain here? Buff Fiora, buff Heimer, buff... There's buff Shellfolk, right? I literally buff every other card in my deck, except for Heimer's turrets past 4. I don't know. That might not be that bad. We don't have a 4-drop here. You know what? I'm going to try this Yordle Captain. Seems odd, but I think we could really use the stats. Yordle Captain is a 4-mana 4/4 Yordle that says when you summon an ally with equal or less power than you, grant it +1/+1. So it would buff literally every card in our deck. And we could really use some of those stats. I mean, making Heimerdinger a 3/5? It's really not that bad. The turn after you play the captain, you go turn 4 captain, turn 5 Heimer. It's really not that bad. Actually, you know what? I want to get a 3rd-year-old captain in. So what should I drop 1 of? I really want to play test him, so I want to see him. So what should I drop 1 of? Chain Vest? I don't think we should have Chain Vest and Ranger's Resolve. Or if so, we should have 1 of each. Yeah, we're just going to do 1 of each. Drop Chain. Okay, yeah, let's just drop Chain. But you're going to spread out more than we are going to commit to the Fiora. Got Mini? Ooh, you're right. How foolish am I not for not putting in Mini Morph? I knew there was a card in it. And he's saying this is amazing with Heimer because it gives us the 6-drop. We want 2 of those for sure. Almost makes me want to drop some of this jank. Yeah, it does. It does stop a few decks and you get the elusive 6/1. I don't know if... should I drop some of this Judgment and Unyielding Spirit jank? I think I should drop the Unyielding Spirit jank. I don't think it gets there. So yeah, no Judgment either. I'll just drop both of them. Alright, I think this is a better way to go. We're going to finish out... We're going to have Mini Morph in the deck. 6 mana burst, transforming it into 3/3 Minity and silence it. It's super satisfying. Pikachu face. Well, this is the version we're going to try out. We're going to play some Norns. Iron 4 Ezreal, huh? Well, he's Iron 4 Ezreal because he's playing Rumble Garen. Is he playing Champion Slot Machine too? Oh. He's got to be, right? I think I've played this guy. He might have. The name kind of sounds familiar. I think I've played against him too. At some point. But I bet you he's like an elite deck or something. I don't know. I don't know what he is. I'm just gonna play Conchologist. Do I think Poison Dart gets value? I think the Strafing Strike's better. But I'm gonna go with the Strafing Strike.
Get life beneath the waves. To the world below.
They're conch shells. He's a conchologist because he likes to study shells. Conch? Is that really how people say it? That's weird. Never heard it said like that. I mean, hey, you might be right. I could be saying, I don't know. Let's make his attack bad for this turn. Bass. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods? No, I have not. Not familiar with the film. Okay. Just poke one of these and draw a card. Get this card out of my hand because it's going to be hard finding value for that and get me a little bit further into my deck.
Help! Somebody help!
Matter really. I'm trying to make an Echo Ionia Cancer deck. I built one that was pretty fun. Yeah, that was with Feline and Predicts, and mine used counterfeit copies because one of the problems with counterfeit copies is it removes a card from your hand to give you no value. on board or even in hand. It gives you value in deck. And the one thing that if you're able to copy the Hexite Crystal, the predicts will actually get you value in predicting. It will actually generate you value. Then you Scattered Pod to draw a Chrono Break. Yeah, you could use it for that. And then honestly, if you make it to where you don't run any fast speed spells, then once you've played Cat, the pod will guaranteed get you the crystal, and then you can use the crystal. I'm definitely going 3 times I and recall heavy. Well, 3 times I because you're in an Ionia deck, so you just kind of have to. So I can Chrono Break Lifesteal Dragons too and recall pod. Yeah, and recall pod multiple times. I built that before they had all this new recall strategy, so it's even better now, presumably. If it was ever good. Let's go with this. So what I can do is I can single combat someone in response. This quick attack's just gonna kill him anyway. So I see what he's doing. He's doing the scout. We want to make it a little fast plus chump block forever. Also considering 3 times cast salesman. Yeah, you could do that too. I think I just want 3 mana spell, so we're gonna kill this chick off in response. I can't even kill him off is the sad thing. The other units don't do enough damage. Oh, it's gonna be hard with the rumble level up.
Added to the bug list.
Because we have infinite recall chip, plus you'll have lifesteal. Yeah. 3 casts with infinite chump block forever. Yeah, you can just play Cat whenever you want, or you can play her whenever you want. The Eye, whenever you can get it active. Not sure what you run for a second champ, probably Ahri. Echo Ahri. Let's see it.
For justice, for Demacia.
Let's single combat this guy. It doesn't actually do anything, right? It just burns the spell. And his spell shield. Yeah, let's do that. Screw it. I'll burn a spell shield. If you can stall long enough, Karma Hexite would be super fun. I've done it, man. I've done it to where I put 9 Hexite crystals on the field, on the stack. Technically, the 10 one like actually screwed me up, but that's fair.
Oh dear.
Don't see how I win this one, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Glory unrelenting.
Not a great solution. So I could concerted him immediately. Or I could concerted this, but then he'd level up. Or I could just stress defense this Garen. Dude, it'll fizzle, but then he won't kill him. He'll still strike and he'll still level. It'll fizzle, but then he'll do 5 to a 1/6. And he'll just regenerate. I think I have to concerted him. Sadly enough. No, yeah, even if 0 damage is taken, it will still consider it a strike. Yeah, absolutely. If he has 1 attack and you hit a tough unit, you still struck the unit. Boo thought that might be the case. Yeah. So he still levels if I do that, so I had to do what I did there. Or he just gets the attack token next turn and kills me with Rumble. He's probably going to do that anyway, but... I have literally nothing to get value out of Shellfolk right now, so I'm going to play this and just see what I get first. Okay, interesting. Guess I play Captain into Tracker just to get some bodies. This Rumble's too much for me. If I had a,
Just do your best, okay?
man, he just has another one. It's fun.
Affirmative. Base magic level maximum.
Yeah, this game's over. Had a lot of fun with that KS deck, but it strands on being able to answer the meta threats and isn't really a strong deck itself. Well, K is just a tempo swing before you drop catalog. It's mostly an he's as SI deck. Oh, well then I think you can get better champs than Caitlyn. Kind of like the captain. What am I playing against? I think I might want to keep the mini more for the Veigar. And this guy, in case he drops the 2-drop. My version I took out an Ez and K and put in 2 Kindred. Kindred's pretty good. I think Senna is the best if you're gonna do something with like if you're gonna do go hard, I think Senna's the best go hard champion. He's gonna get Pokestick, watch. Every freaking time, dude. Whenever I play against freaking Frank, they always get like the best card in my hand. Every time. Without exception. Just gonna pass, I don't care. The spell speed didn't matter so much in the deck, or I would have 100% went Senna first. She's waifu. Well, you know, here's the thing. If you're going... I was saying if you were doing Go Hard, because Go Hard is absolutely nuts with Senna, because Senna allows Go Hard to pack your bags for 1 mana. Just like Karma does, leveled up. The only difference you just have... Yeah, so if you have Senna, and you have 2 Go Hards in your hand, and you're 1 Go Hard away from turning them all into pack your bags, because Senna allows you to make them fast speed, you can use 1 mana and put both on the stack. Once the first one goes off, the second one will transform and then spread and deal damage. And so for 2 mana and 2 Go Hards, you can pack your bags at fast speed with Senna on the field.
Hello, anyone want to join my party?
Work the fabric, minions! Work it!
You don't usually have 2 unless you save them, and Catalog makes fleeting spells. Yeah, but you can use the Catalog to gain a fleeting copy of 1, and then you save the second one. And then save the third one? It is maybe a little awkward with Catalog.
Party attack!
I'm gonna attack you. Here's the OG list.
Oh, my dear.
To be honest, I thought this would be better with stress testing. Really? Oh, because it's you're a discard draw deck? I've tried to build that deck so many times. I tried to build it with Jinx, with Ezreal, with Senna. Does he have a way to kill Heimer for 2 mana? No, not really. Just play him. He can swing for 3 if he wants. But you can chain the 5 drain spell for super long. Nah, but you can make your catalog spell solid and proc it an extra turn. Or discard it with get excited for a draw. Yeah, but the cards that it makes you draw for it are fleeting. Yeah. Bit diddy concern. Ooh. This is fun.
Well, just do your best, okay?
This Yordle captain's getting value.
You're covered.
Oh, yeah.
Honor guide me.
That's fine with me.
Honestly.
Hopeless. Honestly. Here comes the Veigar. They didn't save for him? Nope, Senna instead. Interesting. Alright. Nope. I say no. That way I can get a 0 mana 3/2 with tough. Boof. Get a boof. Sucks to suck.
Round and round and round it goes.
Nope.
Find just 1.21 gigahexes.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go. What you got? You got shit.
Charge. I concur.
We're gonna blow him up, dude. We're just gonna attack out. Screw it. Yeah.
Drink your darkness.
I think he gets the more powerful darkness. We'll just use the concerted strike on whatever he tries to play. Whatever champion he tries to play.
I will shape death as easily as clay.
Okay, ding you. Draw a card. Get another turret down and level my Heimer. I think I just let that happen. Yeah.
Make the darkness your own.
A sturdy for everything can use an upgrade.
Concerted strike this guy. So he can't heal next turn. Give me another turret. Awesome. Because I have a mini morph if he tries to play a champion next turn. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. I could have actually buffed him and still killed it. That was foolish of me. Oh well.
Nozzle design enables rapid projectile firing.
Not too concerned.
For the wicked, for the dead, I bring rest. Life is cyclical. Darkness ends.
Round and round it goes. Give me your malice, creatures of doom.
Give me your malice, creatures of doom! I think we just open attack.
I have a new method to evaluate.
What are you made of?
Smooth brain fool.
Is this acceptable? Let's see if we get something to fix it. We could get a Poké Stick here. That's exactly what we get. That's game. Nice. We get it. Man,
Calculated.
that was a pretty good showing for this deck. It was all calculated. Alright, as required, I am going to play a game of Ranked with this deck. Goodbye, LP. You're so close. I'm so close to Diamond. It's all going down. It's going down. It's the price I pay. Kind of like the Bright Steel Protector and the Captain, but I'm going to drop the Sharp Sight and the... It's pretty good. attack. Probably gonna prank or do something next turn because got no mana. Okay, if that's all he's gonna do, then I'll just let him do it. I need to play anything? No, I'm just gonna play Yordle Commando. I mean Yordle Captain next turn.
This requires my largest official hat.
Okay, well that might change things. I think I might play this Bright Steel Protector and single combat that dude. Just to get him out of here. He's too much. I think I might have to.
My shield is yours.
This place sucks. But I can't let this guy start going nuts. And I had mana to burn anyway. Let's prank now, because I want the captain to be alive, so. I guess more expensive tree.
A quest? Leave it to me.
Oh, we know he has tree.
We're rolling.
We got 3 regions so far. Playing Heimer here is pretty good.
You should run away, Poppy.
Sorry, sir. I can't. I'm on an adventure.
I single combat this. I mean, I can concerted strike this chick. Yeah, I don't want her attacking. Oh, I could have just played him, but she still buffs every. I don't need her to buff everybody. That's the big thing. I don't want her to buff everybody.
Nope, 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 nope.
Block down like this. Now he's in Pokestick range. But he's in Ravenous Flock range. Alright. Block off of him. Who's playing on one? I really want to play Heimer after one of him, so. Wait. He just gets another Bandle tree. Hilarious. I'm saving my spell mana so I have it available when I play Heimer next turn. Alright. Here comes the Heimer. In time, hopefully, to save me. Still not really sure how, but me.
I've got your back.
Come on, bro. Come at me.
Anticipated outcome.
I'll stop you.
Oh dear.
Defensive positions.
Ooh, he goes all out to kill it. Meanwhile, we still making turrets, bruh.
Sorry, friends. It's smaller than a diagram.
Jeez, that thing goes up way too fast. It might actually be Flame Spitter, weirdly enough.
Wondrous discoveries await below. Coming in hard.
Don't have any way to answer this stupid thing. I was like, I saw Bandle Tree at the beginning of the game and I was like, oh, that's how I die. He's got 2 of, he found all 3 of his Bandle Tree. Crazy. Guess it doesn't matter. I wish I could mini morph Bandle Tree. I would gladly turn that thing into a freaking 3/3 so it wouldn't kill me.
Broke my hand, so I got a new one.
Sure, it doesn't matter. He's just gonna play a unit and I lose. Oh, okay.
Can't fly if you don't try.
There's no way. I don't do nearly enough damage. Can't outgrind that deck. Swing out.
You can't outrun me.
Live well.
Put him at 10 health, but it don't matter.
I research.
Hey, maybe with a mini morph we actually have a chance. I'm gonna keep one just for the Gnosis at the end of the game, or the Thresh before he levels, whichever is most important. Oh, we have a game where Fiora will be played. Holy crap! If only it mattered.
A little further. Bingo. Watch your head.
We weren't expecting callers.
Oh no, there's a slave. Sure. Yeah, we play Octopus. He just blocks that guy. Happily blocks. I think we're gonna prank just because I don't have any other use of my mana. No one at least try and get something cheap, more expensive in his hand. Let's yeah, like make that expensive. Make Atrocity a 9-man spell. Saw your breath, must be cold in the house. Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, it's a little chilly, yeah. Just a little chilly, you know. We keep the AC on real high here in Florida.
It's a trap.
It's fast.
We love it when they run.
I've got your back.
What you got, buddy? Florida's the birthplace of AC, so it makes sense. It's the birthplace of AC. That's not something I've heard someone call it before. Man, this dude just be killing units. Ah, man. I remember climbing with Thresh Gnosis. I actually made it into Masters once with Thresh Gnosis.
Answers. I have them.
Answers? He has them. Yeah, it was actually invented here. Haha, lol. I'm surprised. I didn't realize that. But, you know, that shouldn't be surprising because it's hot as so. I mean, this is already too expensive. No, it's not. Let's make that 11 mana. Now I can't even play that card.
Requires 1.21 gigahexes.
Down he goes. As does his opportunity.
Groundbreaking invention to date.
My most groundbreaking invention to date. In 1800s, a charming town of Appalachia, Florida, a man named John Gorey invented the very first air conditioning machine. Although Gorey passed away before finding the proper funding for his invention, the historic city of Apalachicola, I said that completely wrong. Apalachicola still honors him to this day with monuments and a museum. The things you learn on Twitch.
I'll stop you.
That's about all we're gonna get, unfortunately. Or not. At least there's no Thresh around while all this death happens. So it really didn't become a thing until the 1900s when bitches having electricity. I mean, that's the only time it makes any sense, right? Until then, it's just a pipe tree. Is any of this good? It may sound weird, but this battlefield prowess might actually be good. Holy shiz, am I about to take battlefield prowess? It would make my unit unable to be killed by a Vile Feast, and he'll do 7 damage in his 2 attacks. No, it can't be good. I think Valor's better.
Let us take a peek at life.
Or he's a physician, so he's trying to cool people down medically. Oh, I did not know that. You are a man with a wealth of knowledge, my friend. We are going to play this card and see what he does in response. We know one of his cards is Atrocity. You can't play it. Concerted Strike. Because if you have like 100 plus fever, being less hot is super useful, especially in the Florida hellscape. Oh, I believe that 100%. I know I live here and it's nothing but death. Yeah, this guy.
To the world below.
You can't kill him. You want your spirit leech, right? Alright. It's like, why tame this land? How arrogant were you to do this to us? And then breed and have children here and expect them to live here. It's so cruel.
Betrayal buried Shrima. Hope revived it.
Oh, speaking of Quidditch, were we speaking of Quidditch? Dart kills Leech when he does eventually play it.
Persistence is key.
Also kills this guy.
Oh dear.
No way that's a Vile Feast in his hand, right? He'd have already tried to use it. No? Okay. Man, too many cards. His cards never end. We had one of the World Cups in Orlando. Deadass, I overheard this dude in the tourney talking about Florida humid air, and he said, it's like breathing into someone else that has already breathed it in, and I just felt that. It's not far from the truth. Oh, man. I think I need to develop here. Sure, I don't care about your waking stance. I guess you're gonna pokey stick him or something. Alright, we only know he has the Glimpse Beyond. We just made it 4 mana. He's at 21 cards. We'll just mill him. It's fine. Now, did you get the Vile Feast? Even in the military, you could see it destroy people. Oh, I bet. Some hard motherfuckers. Just the heat is just so much. My pipeline sent everyone from Chicago to Connecticut to Georgia, and a lot of us suffered CT winter, but the same dudes who ribbed us died down in Georgia from the humidity. Damn. That's crazy, man. I knew you were gonna play that, so I had this ready. You have another one? Oh, okay. No, you're gonna do that. No heals for you and no kill for you. We're trying our best to stay alive here. Your little captain will help. Hopefully, in some way. This is a grindy game. Dang. Oh, but it finds Gnosis, not... I mean, I hope he finds Thresh, not Gnosis. Oh, man. If I can get one more auto attack with this and pokey stick him, he's gone. That's not gonna be easy. Get the Thresh out of here. And all these other units. No, I have no cards to stop him, though. He can just kill his own unit. Or, oh, he has the Black Spear. There you go. Alright, what do we draw next? Conchologist. Let's see if we can keep the value train going. Yep, that kills this dude.
Take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Quick hands make quick work.
This causes him to sack his unit. How many puff caps does he have? 2? So we could go to 5 on 15 cards. There's a decent chance he gets 1. I swing out. He blocks. He takes 4 damage. He takes 2 more. Yeah. It's gonna pass. That glimpse basically means this poison dart doesn't do much. I forgot about the glimpse when I picked it. So being up north dried your sinus and throw it out, but at least you could breathe. Northern lungs have a hard time getting through the air water of the south. If a Sherpa came down to floor, I wonder if they would die. Great question. I don't know. Okay. Interesting. Now you want to use your cards, you have a better chance, you have a decent chance of drawing that. Okay. Oh, you're gonna do the Waking Sands thing. Makes sense. That just happens. Can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about that. He's literally at 11 cards. Jeez. Just gonna pass. Third Thresh. Still got one,
If I've forgotten them, no.
I'm pretty sure I can't beat this, but we'll see. Dang, I got so close too.
Defensive positions.
So grindy. I guess I should have just attacked there and then pokey sticked his face and just hoped that he drew 1 or 2 puff caps. I mean, he clearly drew 2 puff caps. He could have done it. All right. I need to get 1 win with this deck. It has not been easy. Can't tell. You help a lonely streamer friend. Can't polish a turd? Well, you can, but it's still a turd. Do I just wait till Shellfolk? That seems bad. Hey, that's not the way to look at Champion Slot Machine, alright? If you were only going to play the decks that it gave you that were good, then you wouldn't play it. Only way this deck wins is if you make it look like another type of deck and then surprise them. Maybe. Fuck their mulligan up and throw them off balance. Problem is, the mulligan is based off the champions they see, right? And I can't change the champions. Stress defense is probably good against the Scion later. They just open attack for 4 for sure. Boom, boom. Pistons deck wins via mind sex, not strategy. Mind sex. I love it. Good old mind sex. We'll pass. Alright, here comes Rumble, discarding a bunch of cards. Have 4 levels until I have rules complete for every champ. Jesus.
Just feature new adjustment. Working as intended. Burn, baby, burn.
Shouldn't have done it because of the attacking. Should have just done it. That was poorly done. Oh well. He gets another X. I bet you he thought he was like, oh, if I do this, there's no way he can even beat my Rumble. Probably what he thought.
Follow me. I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm going. And that Rumble had all the keywords too.
Well, just do your best, okay?
Okay. Still taking 6 to the face. I got the mini more for the Scion if he shows up. Oh my god, he has another Rumble. Oh, okay, no. Alright. We know what he's got, minus his top deck. Okay. Can we get there? Ooh, we got the Heimer.
Answers. I have them.
Did we just win? Yeah! We gotta win! We did it, baby! in.